Hey guys, welcome to the next warm-up video, and this one what we'll be doing is we'll be covering off on the high intensity warm-up. Okay, remember this covers things like the AMRAPs guys that we put up on a weekly basis. It'll cover things like your body weight circuits, Tabata training, anything where we are having minimal recovery periods but we're working at a relatively high intensity. Generally these type of sessions will go anywhere from about 10 to 15, up to 25 minutes. If you're exceeding 25 minutes, you're probably not working at a high enough intensity. It'll start to turn into an aerobic session. So with this one, the intensity of the warm-up needs to pick up a little bit. So you can warm up slightly like you would on the aerobic video, which you would have probably already seen. Now with this one, we need to start to get a little bit more dynamic halfway through. Once again, it only needs to take a few minutes, all right, 3 or 4 minutes, but we want to get the heart rate up. There's nothing worse than, say, starting an AMRAP fresh and cold, because for the first 3 minutes, you are just pushing so hard and your heart is just working so hard to pump that working blood, to pump the blood into the working muscles. So get up to that high heart rate before you start. So yeah, like I said, start with that aerobic warm-up, and after that you want to start to get into some more dynamic movements. I mean, I've only got a small video space here, but even things like going down, touching, okay, nice and fast. Okay, this kind of stuff is going to increase the heart rate, it's going to warm all the way up. As you can see, I'm working, okay, hips, also even jogging backwards, jogging forwards, nice and fast. Okay, you've done a lot of range of motion exercises, so need to start to add a little bit of resistance. Okay, dropping down, pushing up, running around. Okay, continuing on with those ones. So keep up that high heart rate. Even some slow controlled, okay, squat jumps, because it's plyometric. Okay, chances are you're going to be doing a lot of high intensity and a lot of high impact exercises. Also the jump lunge. Okay, be mindful of these if you haven't done these before. It takes a lot of coordination with these ones. Okay, and up and down. So you'll want to start to get all those muscle groups that you're going to be using, okay, nice and warmed up. Once again, you're still working your forward, backwards bends, like in the aerobic warm-up. Nice and controlled, also some twists. Now, once you've done that, guys, you really want to get stuck into the mobility warm-up, which is coming up straight away. Hey guys, what we're going to cover off with now is a little bit of joint mobility and joint mobilization exercises. This is definitely a warm-up that should be done before any high intensity sort of training where you're elevating heart rate and doing more plyometric exercises, and also your strength and resistance based exercises. Really important to get those joints as mobilized as possible. So the routine, guys, and we follow this routine similar in the boot camp scenario without the foam roller, but even the strength club guys that come through, they have to do this routine before they lift their first repetition. So how this one rolls, guys, what we're trying to do, back is a really important one, really to get all those spinal processes working, and you only need to spend about 30 seconds on this. You want to have your elbows forward to open up your scapulars and get right in there, but all you want to do, you can keep your hips on the ground on this one and just roll back and breathe. You don't even roll, just breathe, and as you breathe out, just try to roll back a little bit and breathe in and out and drop down a little bit more. And really, you're probably looking at 4 to 5 breaths on this one, just to open up that upper spine. Now, when you finish that one, we go into a few little yoga poses, actually, guys, because these are really good to keep that, to keep the spine nice and long and to stretch out that spine. So the first one is a downward dog. Now, what we're looking at with the downward dog, and I'm no yoga guru either, okay, but we really want to push the hips up to the sky and drop the shoulders down. Okay, so we want a nice straight line from your wrists all the way through, center line of the body, up to the hips, okay? So pushing it down, you're pretty well looking down between your legs. You're only there for a couple of seconds, coming forward and dropping the hips down, hyperextending, back up again. You probably only need to do a couple of these, probably just 2 of those ones, and then when you're getting back up, okay, you go into what's called a cobra. Now this is a quite challenging exercise. But the idea of this one is to drop the face and shoulders, bend the elbows on this one, bend the elbows coming down and gliding through. Okay, A lot of people may not be able to achieve this one because it is quite challenging. And it's reverse order on the way up. Watch what my hips do. As soon as I get my chest down, I want to elevate those hips straight away. Really push it out. Really good one to mobilise that shoulder joint. And I'll do 2 of those. I'll just speed up this one a little bit. And back up. And through those movements, I can really feel my spine, all right, clicking and grating and all the rest of it. So it's really good for that spine. The next one, guys, what we want to do is we want to go into a cat stretch. Okay, so we really want to suck the belly button up towards our spine. Okay, lifting it up as high as we can. Okay, and then hyperextending the spine down, pushing the hips out, looking up onto this one, and dropping it up again and down on that one there. Next one, we want to do some twisting. Okay, so a good one to do on this one, okay, any kind of spinal twisting, is right foot forward, stay down on your knee. If you want to, you can go into a low lunge position. You'll feel it a lot more through the hips. Okay, but if it's your right leg, grab your right hand on the outside of your foot. Make sure that elbow is on the inside. Okay, on the inside. You want to just go around the back. Okay, and lift it up, nice and high. Rotate around. Okay, nice and high. Lift it. You should feel that big twisting sensation through the hips, and back down again. Swap legs. Same thing. You only need to do that really once. Okay, you don't have to do it a huge amount of times. Like I said, this whole mobility warm-up should only take around about 3 minutes. Okay, now once you've done that one, it's really important, what we haven't really mobilised yet is too much of our knee joints. So it's almost like a duck walk. Dropping down into that position. Okay, so the knees are mobile as possible. Once again, grab the feet and slowly standing up. So you feel that little bit of a stretch through the hamstrings and back down. It's not important to keep the back straight on this one. Okay, so you can just keep that back rolled over. If you can straighten your legs, great. If not, doesn't matter. And that is a good little exercise demo that's really going to get these joints mobilised before you either start lifting or doing your high intensity exercises.